All right. So good afternoon to all our viewers. Good afternoon, grade 9 students, and to our Felixians teacher. Okay, so today we will be having our lesson in music. But to begin with, let us listen first to a song that I'm going to play, and then you are going to identify its dynamics, tempo, and all right. So we are going to discuss about the famous composer during the classical period. And our objectives for today, for our lesson, at the end of this session, you are expected to, of course, describe the life and works of classical composers, explains the performance practice during the classical period, and perform simple rhythm of selected classical music. All right, so let's continue with our listening activity for today. Listen to the music. All right, you can write your answer on our chat box. So what can you say about the tempo, the dynamics, and the mood of the song? So the title of this composition is Trumpet Concerto in E flat, third movement by Franz Joseph Haydn. All right, so let's see. Okay, let's listen to let's look in our chat box. Meron na po bang nagsagot? What can you say about the tempo? Mabilis ba siya? Mabagal? How about the dynamics? Mabilis ba siya? Okay, let's see kung meron na. From Eliza Tulay. Okay, it is fast. Okay, very good. And from Eman Page, ang sagot niya ay fast daw ang tempo nito. Alright, very good. Next. Ayan, so thank you so much sa mga nagsagot sa ating chat box. Meron pa ba? Okay, according to Ryle John Kalayag, it is smooth and fast. Very good. Okay, from Merry Christmas, bumibilis po at bumabagal. Alright, very good, grade 9. Next. So, let's discuss about the music during the classical period. So, magkakaroon muna tayo dito ng konting background. Anong uri ba ng music mayroon during the classical period? So, the classical era is the period from 1750 to 1820. It is also known as the Age of Reason. During that day, the cultural life was dominated by the aristocracy as patrons of musicians and artists who have commonly influenced the arts. Significant changes in musical forms and styles were made. All right. So during this time, the music was actually tended to follow expected practices because it is influenced by the aristocrat or the noble people or yung tinatawag nating matataas na tao or mayayaman na tao. Okay, so it is also falls between the Baroque and the Romantic period. So of course, during this time, there are composers who are very well known or three great composers na kilala talaga during the classical period. Okay, first, let's going to identify them, okay, by arranging the scrambled letters. All right, who is this composer? Are you familiar with this? You can write your answer on our chat box. You can type it on our chat box or in our comment section. Sino kaya itong composer na ito? Or classical composer na kilala din? Sige, let's see. Meron na po ba? Sige, pwede nyo i-type ang inyong sagot sa ating comment section. Alright, so nakasagot na si Juliana Villanueva and si Merry Christmas. According to them, it is Franz Joseph Haydn. Very good, grade 9. So, ayan, si Franz Joseph Haydn. So, sino kaya ito? So, he was born on March 31, 1732 in rural Australia and died on May 31, 1809 in Vienna. So, his life was described as a rags to riches story. So why rags to riches? Because Haydn was actually came from a very poor family and his music led him to rise in his social status. So dahil sa music niya is tumaas yung status niya sa society during that time. Then he was also hired by rich patrons and eventually became a musical director for the Esterhazy family for 30 years. His personality and character reflect in his music, and these are calm, balanced, serious, but with touches of humor. All right. So yung Esterhazy family, actually these are the noble people or noble family, yung mga aristocrat nga na tinatawag natin. So nagtrabaho siya doon for 30 years. He has also a great contribution in the establishment of the forms and styles for the string quartet and the symphony. Haydn also composed more than 100 symphonies and improved them into long forms for a large orchestra. Next. He was also named as the father of the symphony and the father of the string quartet because of his great contributions to this genre. So, ayan, he is also known as this. So, let's see. What are the symphonies na na-compose niya? So, ito ay tatlo lamang sa mga famous composition ni Haydn. So, first is the Surprise Symphony, the Clock, and the Military. So later, I will let you listen to this song para ma-familiarize din kayo kung anong uri ba to ng music compositions. Alright? Next. How about this one? Nako, sino kaya to? Kilala nyo ba ang musician na ito? He is also one of the famous composers during the classical period. Okay, kindly type your answer on our chat box. Sige nga, let's see. Alright, meron na from Fausto Esguerra Jr. Ayan, so ang kanyang sagot ay si Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Ganon din si Charina Cabayaw. Okay, very good. Ayan. So, halos karamihan naman ng nag-chat is tama ang sagot. So, tignan natin, sino ba tong si Mozart? Ayan. So, this is Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. He was born on January 27, 1756 in Salzburg. So the Archbishopric of Salzburg, Austria, and died on December 5, 1791 in Vienna. So itong si Mozart, he is widely recognized as one of the great composers in the history of Western music. And also, he is also considered as the most amazing genius in musical history or yung tinatawag nating mga virtuoso in music. So, bakit kaya siya kilala or nire-recognize as one of the most genius composer? Ayan. So, because he was already playing the violin and the harpsichord at the age of 5. And when he was 6 years old, he was recognized as an exceptional pianist. So, at the very young age, he already know how to play the instrument. Kaya nga siya ay kilala or nire-recognize as one of the genius or one of the virtuoso in music. Okay, next we have, ayan, he had written sonatas, concertos, symphonies, religious works, and operas and operatas in the age of 13. He created more than 700 compositions, and some of his wonderful compositions are, all right, The Marriage of Figaro, 1786, Don Giovanni, 1789, The Magic Flute, Ein Klein Nachtmusik, Symphony number 40 in G major, and Sonata number 11 in A major. So he created more than 700 compositions, but due to mismanaged finances, Mozart lived his life in poverty and died young. And until now, hindi pa rin alam kung saan ba talaga inilibing itong si Mozart nung siya ay namatay. Since he lived his life in poverty because he don't know how to manage his finances. All right, next. How about the third one? Sino kaya ito? Ito, kilala talaga to ng karamihan. Sige nga, try to answer this one. Let's see. Kindly write your answer on the chat box. Sige nga, tingnan natin. Meron na ba? Sinong composer kaya ito? Alright, from Faith Marian. Ang sagot nga ay Ludwig van Beethoven and John Gabriel Dorian. Ayan, Ludwig van Beethoven. So very good. So most of you knows the answer. Very good, grade 9. So let's see. Sino kaya itong si Beethoven? Ayan. Si Ludwig van Beethoven. He was born and baptized on December 17, 1770 in Bonn, the Archbishopric of Cologne in Germany, and died March 26, 1827 in Vienna, Austria. So itong si Beethoven, he was actually belongs to the family of musicians. And that's the reason why na at the very young age or at an early age, he already studied music or exposed na talaga siya sa music when he was young, since galing nga siya sa pamilya ng mga musician. He is a brilliant pianist and composer. Beethoven started going deaf when he was around 30 years old, 1796. So ayan nga, alam naman natin na itong si Beethoven ay isa siya sa mga musician na nabingi siya or hindi na siya nakarinig. So he could no longer hear well enough to play the piano. Pero hindi naging reason yon para mag-stop siya sa pag-compose at sa pagtugtog. So with the help of an assistant and hearing gadget, nagpatuloy pa rin siya sa kanyang passion sa music. So he's still composing different sonatas. Okay? So some of the compositions he made when he was deaf became famous. So ayan. Isa din kasi siya sa mga virtuoso talaga sa music or isa sa mahuhusay na kompositor during the classical era. So he has famous compositions that include 32 piano sonatas, 21 set of variations, 9 symphonies, 5 concertos for piano, 16 string quartets, and choral music. The Missa Solemnis 1818 from 1823 and Opera Fidelio in 1805 are included to their works. So his known symphonies are the Symphony number 3, number 5, number 6 or the pastoral, number 9 which is the choral music, which add voices to the orchestra. So actually, most of his music was suddenly changed into larger orchestra. So unlike ng iba na nag-focus lang sila sa string quartet or sa mga maliliit lang na chamber music, so ito, it suddenly changed to a larger orchestra. So itong kay Beethoven. Alright, so let's have an activity. Before that, remember that classical music was influenced by the nobility. So during that time, most of the musicians are financially supported by the members of the nobility. Kaya during that time din kasi, music was actually familiar by the nobles or yung matataas na tao, mayayaman na tao. Yung mga lower classes, hindi sila familiar sa music. Kasi etong mga to, yung tulad ng mga compositions nila Beethoven, it was actually played or performed in the courts. So, hindi sa masses. Pero syempre, habang nagbabago yung panahon, little by little, the masses also has an access or experience then yung classical music. Alright? Yan. So, magkakaroon tayo ng activity for today. So listen to the classical music that I will play. And you are going to describe its characteristic, its tempo, dynamics, and mood. Okay, so let's see. First, we have the Surprise Symphony Number 94 by Franz Joseph Haydn. Okay, so listen to his composition, the Surprise Symphony. All right. So now, maaari nyo ulit isulat sa ating chat box kung ano bang uri ng tempo, dynamics, mayroon ang composition na ito ni Franz Joseph Haydn. Alright? So, ayan yon. So, mabilis ba siya? Mabagal? How will you describe this one? It's one of his famous compositions. Sige nga, kindly write your answer. Kindly type your answer on our chat box. This is the Surprise Symphony number 94. Sige, let's see. Meron na ba? What can you say about the tempo, the dynamics? All right, from John Steven Amorado, elegant and smooth. Very good. What else? How about the others? Okay, so from Juliana Villanueva, the tempo is moderate. Okay, very good. Slow from Sofia Laura. Okay, so the Surprise Symphony was actually begins with a lively movement and it offers several contrasting melody. So, kung mapapansin nyo, lumalakas siya, humihina, bumabagal, at bumibilis. So, it's very contrasting. Very good. Alright, next. Ayan. Some of you are familiar with this, the Furlies by Ludwig van Beethoven. Okay, so ganun ulit. Describe nyo yung tempo, the dynamics, the mood of this composition. Sige, let's see. From Ryle John Kalayag, sabi niya, it is relaxing. Yes, what else? From Jonas Kampugan, moderate and smooth type of music. Yes, very good. Grade 9. Meron pa ba? Alright, smooth. Fast. Okay, fast. Very good. Okay, so most of your answers are correct. So now, Furlies is one of the composition of Ludwig van Beethoven. It is light and lovely, slightly dramatic, okay, and deeply melodic. So, ayan, very relaxing sa tenga. Very good, grade 9. Next. The third one. Okay, so this one is the Piano Sonata number 16 in C major by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Ayan, so let's listen to his compositions. Again, you can comment your answers on our chat box. Sige nga, let's see. Okay, from Fausto Esguerra, it is calm. Yes, homophonic, very good. From Jevelyn Jimenez. Okay, from Marco Antonio Evangelista, it is fast, alright. What else? Okay, fast. Ayan. So, most of your answers are correct. So, very good. Ayan. So, next. So, how about this one? Let's have another activity. You are going to answer the following questions. The first one, who are the three great composers during the classical period? Sige nga, kindly type your answer in our chat box. Sino nga uli yung tatlo na yon na pinag-aralan natin? Okay. Sige, so wala pa. Let's see. Let's wait for the answers. Sige, type nyo lang yung answer nyo on our chat box. Ayan. Who are the three composers during the classical period? Wala pa bang nagsasagot? Let's see fast. Okay. Okay, from Seth Lawrence, we have Ludwig van Beethoven. Very good. Sino pa yung dalawa? Who are the two great composers during the classical period aside from Ludwig van Beethoven? Sige nga. Ayan, si Okay, from Kirsten Dane Kagwikla. Okay, so very good. May nakakuha na ng tamang sagot si Franz Joseph Haydn, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart and Ludwig van Beethoven. So si Kirsten Day nang unang nakakuha ng tamang sagot. Good job. Alright, so ayan. So most of the grade students got the correct answer. Very good. So which composer do you like most and why? Ayan, sino yung pinakagusto nyo sa tatlo na to? At bakit sila ang gusto nyo? Sige nga, let's see. Ayan, pinatype na nila yung mga composer. Sino kaya? Which composer do you like most and why? Okay, so this time, may iba't iba tayong sagot. So some of the students like Joseph Haydn, yung iba gusto si Beethoven. Some of you like Mozart. Ayan. So why? Ayan, ba't gusto nyo sila? Pwede nyo i-type ang inyong sagot? Sige. Ayan. Si Beethoven daw because relaxing yung music ni Beethoven or yung compositions ni Beethoven. Very good. Okay, good job, grade 9. Ayan. Next activity. Ayan, tingnan natin kung talagang nakinig ang lahat. So, you're going to write through if the statement is correct and false if not. So, the first question. During the classical period, politicians supported the musicians financially. Isn't it true or false? Are the politicians supported the musicians financially? Sige nga, kindly comment your answer. True or false? Tignan natin kung may makakakuha. Politicians, ha? Supported, ha? So, puro true ang sagot. Ayan, may nakakuha na ng tamang sagot. Si Nicole Ashley, the correct answer is false. Kasi during the classical period, it is the nobility or the aristocrat, yung matataas na tao, yung sumusuporta sa mga musicians during the classical period. Alright, next question. Mozart became poor because of financial management problem. Isn't it true or false? Naging mahirap ba siya because of financial management problem? True or false? Okay. Ayan. So, may nakakuha na ng tamang sagot. From Norania Asnawi. Okay. So, ang answer niya is true. Yes, tama po. So, Mozart became poor because of the mismanaged finances. Good job. All right, the third question. Beethoven was named as father of symphony. Isn't it true or false? Siya ba yung father of symphony? Sige nga, kindly comment your answer. Is he the father of symphony? Let's see. Okay, kindly comment your answer on our chat box. Okay. Beethoven was the father of symphony. Are you sure? Okay, from Romel Salvamante. His answer is false. Yes, good job. Because the father is of symphony is Franz Joseph Haydn. Okay, very good. Fourth question. Haydn became a deaf composer. Isn't it true or false? Haydn became a deaf composer. For the fourth question, what is your answer? Okay, from Rivera John Kenneth, his answer is false. Yes, very good. Because hindi naman nabingi si Franz Joseph Haydn. It is Ludwig van Beethoven. All right, next. Classical music was not common among the lower class because it was played in the court during the classical period. Isn't it true or false? Isn't it not common to the lower class? True or false? All right, from Altea the Tuin. Her answer is 2. Yes, very good. Because classical music is played in the of the noble people or the nobility has an access to classical music or familiar with this one, unlike the lower class. Okay? Very good, grade 9. Ayan. So, ito yung mga answer. Number 1 is false. Number 2 is false. 3 is true. 4 is false. And 5 is true. Okay, good job, grade 9. And now for your reflection, kindly answer the following questions. What have you understand in our lesson and what is your realization? What have you learned? Okay, so you can send your answers, okay, or on your Mapeh teacher, pwede nyong isulat sa paper for the MDL and for the ODL sa inyong Google Classroom. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you so much, grade 9 students. Sa lahat ng teachers na nanood at sa mga estudyante, thank you so much. So again, I am Ms. Caselyn Albario, your grade 9 Mapeh teachers. Thank you so much and God bless us all.